is still difficult.
まだダメね。
But that's why we're bilingual, Kuni. And matter of fact, we use 4
はい、
languages.
4 language。国の日本語、 マイクの
English.
マイクの
変な日本語。
国の
Katakana English.
は
So
い、ということ
we
で。
do our best to do bilingual. But today, Kuni, we're going to talk, we always talk about異文化 communication.
はい。
And we also talk about travel. So part of intercultural communication is learning about different cultures. So
はいは
we
い。
traveled to America,
うん。
which is my culture, but different for you.
はい。この番組、このライブは、この私たちのね、日本とアメリカの異文化スタイルを主にお話ししています。で合ってる？
So this time we're going to talk about our trip to America. But Kuni, I think we have some early guests. So can we say hi? We have 2 guests already, I think.
はい、そうそう
Let's
そう。
say hi to them
はい。
first.
はい、早速コメント、中さん、こんばんは、ハローといただいてます。ありがとうございます。
Who is it?
はい、
Naka-san?
中さん、は
And
い。
only one. Okay. Hi, Naka-san.
うん。
Kuni, I want to say, I forgot. Congratulations
はい。
to you because you got your first professional
うん
tennis player client for your new business. Isn't that great?
はい、そうなんですよ。
そう、おめでとうございます。
Congratulations。はい、私はテニスヘルスコンサルタントという活動もしてまして、テニスプレイヤーとか親御さんのサポートをしています。そして今回初めてプロフェッショナル選手とのサポートが始まったばかりです。このことはまたね、いつかお話しでき
So
ればいいなと。
Kuni is going to talk about that more later. Okay. So Kuni, we're talking about our trip to America. This is part 2.
は
So
い。
everybody, last time, if you didn't see,
うん、そう
we
ね。
went to America for graduation, take
うん
Mikey home. So we went to 2 states.
はい、そうですね。6月にですね、6月から7月にかけてアメリカに行ってきました。娘ちゃんの大学卒業式と、息子くんの学校がアメリカに変わったということです
So he
ね。
went back home.
はい。
So, but Kuni, it was funny though because
うん
we actually had 2 different, Moktek, we had 2 different goals.
うん、
One was to, for the kids, but the second one was to see my mom
そう
and
ね。
go to Texas.
うんうんうん。
So
そう、もう一つ目的があって、一つはその子供たちのね、行事で行きました。もう一つは、マイクのお母さんが住んでいる、ちょっとテキサス州っていう離れた場所なんですけれども。
So today we're going to talk about the
はい。
end of our California trip and then
うん
talk about the Texas part.
はい。
So let's start with California first. The
は
end.
い。はい、その後半戦ですね、そのテキサス、主にテキサスでのお話を今日はしたいと思います。
But I want to talk about California one little bit more because the travel was so
はい。
interesting, So Kuni, I grew up in Los Angeles,
うん。
and when I was a kid, we didn't have a train
う
system.
ん。そう、マイクが育ったロサンゼルスは、電車がね、もう全然走ってない時代だったんだよね。
Right. So I didn't know how to use trains until I came to live in Japan, really.
日本に来て初めて電車の乗り方がわからなかった。
So, I mean, I lived in San Francisco area, but where I lived in Silicon Valley, the train doesn't go that far. Because actually, Kuni, how was Northern California train system? How was it for you,
そう
Dole?
そう、今回サンフランシスコとかオークランドの付近で電車に乗りました。とてもね、よかった、よかった。
It was good, right? We took a
Mm.
long trip to Antioch. You said you remember that trip
そうそう
to
そ
my
う。
friend's house?
そう。ローカルですけど、オークラン、サンフランシスコエリアから
Antioch. So
アンティアス。
we went southwest, or southeast. Sorry, southeast.
そう、ちょっとね、北のカリフォルニア
So San Francisco is Northern California,
そうそうそうそうそう。
and we took some
そう、
trains.
そこの、モノレールみたいですごいね、綺麗で、景色もよく見えて。
So she was happy because it's up on the freeway, so you have a really good view when you go from Oakland to
う
Antioch.
ん。
Also, how about in San Francisco? How was the train in San Francisco, the city?
うんう
It was
ん。
good, right?
うんうん。
And we also used some taxis. Uber was very helpful. And we took a Caltrains all the way down to San Jose.
うん。
So that's another train system. And then from there, we took a bus to Santa Cruz. So it
そ
wasn't
う
that
そう
bad.
そうそうそう
That's
そ
good.
う。まあまあ、日本とね、そこら辺は似てて、 1時間半ぐらいサンフランシスコとサンノゼリアっていうところの特急みたいなところとバスにも乗ったね。
Well, we took it to San Jose from San Francisco was only about 40 minutes, but after we went all the way down to Santa Cruz, which is further south, and so that took longer. But the train was nice, and then coming back, I was surprised because Kuni, we took the Amtrak, which is the cross country train. It looks like a Shinkansen. It looks like the bullet train, except it's slower. How was that train from we took that one from San Jose to Oakland? How did you feel?
ちょっと電車古かったね。
No. The Amtrak one was new inside. Remember, it was very big. We had our own seat. And it was slow, but it was big. It wasn't the old one. It was nice. The Amtrak was nice, but it's probably twice the price of Japan, though. So it was half the speed and twice the price.
速さは遅いのに値段は日本より高いっていうね。
Yeah, that was Amtrak. So that one was very clean. They had food on the train. It was a lot of seats, so you could have your own seat. It was really nice.
Looks Shinkansen?
Yeah, except that they had a restaurant. In the Shinkansen, guys, if you take the bullet train in Japan, they have a cart they push through, and it serves the food in your seat. But in this train, Amtrak, you can go and there's a restaurant. But thinking of food, let's talk about shopping in Texas.
Okay. では、テキサスに行って家族に会ってショッピングしましたね、たくさんね。
Yeah, but what happened in Texas the first day? You said something happened to me on the first day. 初めての日は何をしましたか？
最初の日？
何を送ってます。
怒ってますか？テキサスに行って、ママに会って、お家に行って、たくさんの親戚が来ましたね。それで、みんなで遊んで、夜遅くまで起きてて、
次の日は
次の日だった？
You said. Well, Kuni said to me that the first day we got there, we went shopping, we ran around in Texas, and so maybe it was the second day. And all night I was talking to my mom, and then the next morning I got COVID.
そう、もうね、みんなにファミリーに会って嬉しくて毎日夜遅かったんですね。で、2日目ぐらいの朝起きたら、Kuni、疲れた。言ってたね。
In the morning, I said that. I don't remember. I was tired. In the morning? I don't remember that.
そう、それで疲れたっつって、それはね、毎日夜更かししてればと思って、ピッて触ったら、暑い！やばいと思った。
Okay, so I was really hot, but only one day, right? Because I was only sick one day. So after that, when I got better, and then, we had to reschedule our trip, but so we had more time for shopping. And Kuni, they say something about Texas, Kuni. They say, everything is bigger in Texas. Is that true?
本当です。本当。もうね、アメリカって言ってもカリフォルニアとテキサス全然違うんですけど、とにかく広い、もう広い、あとは車速い、でも綺麗だったね。
Okay, so Kuni, you're saying that Texas was bigger than California, and it was wide. Like, so the stores are bigger, and also the cars. So we forgot to talk about cars. We did use a car in America. One day. For you. What? It was my fault. Mike no say ne. What happened? So Kuni, you drove.
そう、私ですね、ちょっと話戻っちゃうの。ロサンゼルスでね、車運転したんですよ。もうね、生まれて初めて。海外で運転しました。
Okay, so see, Kuni, I didn't know that. Kuni went to America this time because she's been to America before, but this was your first time to drive, and we drove in Los Angeles. So why was it so difficult? I mean, it's just a car.
いやー、
なぜ難しい？
難しいの、当たり前。左ハンドル。ね。日本とは道路も逆。そして、ロサンゼルスもみんなスピードが速くて。
そうですか？Okay, so Kuni is saying that the car, we drive a left-hand drive. So in Japan, it's right-hand drive, right, on the other side. And then you drive on the other side of the street,
too. More, it's a fast time.
And they're very fast.
みんな速い。
But you were slow.
そう、スロー。
You were slow.
マイクのママが隣にいて、Kuni, faster, drive.
Yeah, so my mother...
怖い。
My mother was telling Kuni to drive faster, but Kuni, Hontoni, you were really kind of slow. Because if you're going to drive slow, don't go on the freeway, right? So you can't go.
そう、フリーウェイね、みんな100キロ以上バンバン出してました。
So you're saying people were driving about 65, 70 miles.
そう、何よりもマイクは免許を持っていかなかったからですね。もう大変だ。
Yeah, that was my fault. I didn't get my license back in time.
そう。
So I actually had to drive. I hope there's no California police. I drove one day with no license. Oh my God.
本当ね、今時効ですけどね。無免許で。
No accident. I didn't.
まあ、よかったんですけどね。
So
Right.
that was our experience. But let's get back to Texas. So we went shopping, Kuni, and hey, everybody, do you have an image of Costco?
うん。
If you have an image of Costco, Japanese people, every store in Texas looks like Costco, right?
コストコみんな知ってますよね、皆さんね。大きい。行ったことある人多いと思います。とにかく大きいじゃないですか。アメリカのスーパーマーケット、全部あれです。全部あれ。DIY センター、ホームセンターも巨でかい。そして、声優ね、ウォールマート。もうめちゃくちゃでかい。コストコも行った。
So the first stores Kuni is mentioning, we have them similar stores in Japan, guys. You may not know, you American people may not know. In Japan, we have a home center, which is similar to our Home Depot. It's a do-it-yourself store, so you can buy hardware. And then they have, of course, we have Walmart. In Japan, it's called Seiyu. It's a partner store. Their stores are different, though. Seiyu is like levels. It's floors, as opposed to Walmart is just a wide, looks like Costco, which they also have in Japan and many countries.
日本の声優はね、こう、1回、2回、3回、4回、5回とかありますけれども、それが全部1回だけ。だからめちゃくちゃ広いんです。
Especially in Texas, because remember San Francisco, there were some stores that had levels.
そうね。
But in Texas, there's no stairs. I guess they don't believe in stairs.
そう。
Everything is
まあ、
wide.
テキサスは広いからみんな全部階段とかないから。
Yeah, there's no store. And then all the stores also looks like an outlet mall in Japan.
アウトレットモールね、行った。そう。
Because there are just so many stores in one parking
そう、
lot.
日本のアウトレットモールも大きいんですけど、なんとアウトレットモールをアメリカは車で回るんですよ。
Okay, so Kuni's saying in the outlet stores in Japan, the malls are big, but they're so big in America that people drive with cars, especially in Texas, around inside the mall.
そう、中を車で回る。駐車場がないんですから。
But Kuni, why don't they walk? I mean, people should just walk. You know, it was
歩いた方がいい。
But why didn't they walk?
歩いてる人いないんですけど、めちゃくちゃ暑いんですよ。
Okay, so Kuni is saying that nobody was walking when we were there because it was too hot. So Kuni, do we have any? What I see some comments.
そうそうそう。
What does it say? Okay.
日本人はジャパニーズでコストコ。
Okay.
ね。コスコ。コスコ。
Who is that? Is
中
that
さんです。
okay,
中さん。
Could you read the whole question for me?
コスコというとコストコだよって言われます。
Okay, so she's talking about the pronunciation.
そうそうそう。
Okay, thank you, Naka-san. Yeah, it's Costco. Sorry.
コスコ。そう、発音がね、ちょっと違う。
This happens to me in Japan, Kuni. Sometimes I talk about Costco,
コスコ。
and people say, "What? Where?
So-
Costco? Where? Costco. Oh yes, I like Costco."
あと、IKEA。
Yeah, IKEA is IKEA.
IKEA ね。そう、発音。これがまさにカタカナ、イングリッシュ。
Hey, Kuni, you know, all the stores in Texas are big. Even convenience
そう。
convenience stores looks like Costco, right?
そ
No, I'm just kidding.
う。も
no,
うね、
Jordan, no.
広すぎてですね。
Kuni, you went to some convenience stores in LA. How did you feel about 7-Eleven in LA
7-Eleven
and
ね。
7-Eleven in Japan? Are they the same? Is it different? How did you feel?
まあでも、ロサンゼルスのセブンイレブン入りましたけど、そんな変わんない？
So Kuni, じゃあ、この私の質問は、日本の 7-Eleven とアメリカの 7-Eleven は、同じ？違う？どうでしたか？ So Kuni was saying it's they're not that much different to her. There were some differences though in the products, and they're more, of course, Japanese style products. But the feeling. So in Japan, there's a good word we say "fuenki."
雰囲気ね。
Fuenki means like the atmosphere, the feeling. So the atmosphere, the feeling was pretty similar.
うんうん。
But I think Japanese convenience stores are better. So we should talk about those maybe next month.
OK。
Yeah, I think our American people would be shocked to see the difference between Japanese convenience stores. You don't know because Kuni for you it's atarimae. でも、
うん
私の感じるアメリカ
のコンビニ。
のコンビニは日本のコンビニよりは弱いですね。
よくないです。
全然違います。
あ、本当。
Yeah, they're very convenient here. It's a really convenient store. You can do everything.
日本はね、
Yeah.
おもてなしのね、サービスの国ですから
So
ね。
there's a lot of omotenashi is another Japanese phrase. Omotenashi. It means like high service and commitment to service.
うん
And it's a big part of Japanese culture. But even I don't think it's that. It's just the service they not that service. I mean the things you can do in a
お
convenience
ー
store.
違
in
うか。
Japan.
うん
Yeah, you know, I mean, you can do it in America now, but like paying your bills and things like that. You know, it wasn't like that before. But they just you can do everything there. The only thing they don't have is no drugs. In our convenience store, you can buy some drugs like aspirin or
ああ、
medicine.
そうね。アメリカは売ってない。
Yeah, no, they sell in Japan. No, you don't.
ああ、そう、日本はエナジードリンク。
That's not a drug. I
Okay.
mean, 本当に
ああ、
本当の薬
そ
like
うかそうかそうか。
cough
う
medicine,
ん
headache pills. So 例えば皆さんアスピリンとかflu medicine, cough medicine, 咳の何でも
薬ね。
薬はありますね。
そうだね。
アメリカの
アメリカのコンビニには置いてある。
So they have everything. You don't have that in Japan. There's no
Mm.
drugs. You know, energy drink is not really a drug. It's just an energy drink. So Kuni, we got some pictures that I want to talk about, you know, because
はーい。
we're trying to have a healthy life. And it was hard in America, guys. It was hard to eat healthy. Yeah, can you guess why? Because the food is so good. All right. So Kuni, we went shopping. We got some pictures. Is that the first picture? Let me see. Okay, let's start with the first picture. That's
これ
okay.
です
All right, that's
ね
the。first
はい。
picture. So first, Kuni, I wanted to eat fruit every day.
はい。フル
Can
ー
you
ツ
eat fruit every day in Japan easily? 毎日果物食べますかは優しいですか日本で。
食べ
安いですか？
たいけど、ちょっと高いね。
Yeah, so a lot of times, guys, we eat vegetables instead. So here, for my American friends, it's a shock. This says 2,000 yen. Those are special.
これ左側は5000円のス
Okay,
イカ
so
だも
those
ん。
are gosen?
5000円、こっち2000円。
So we have two pictures there. It looks, you see 5,000. That looks like a lot of money. It's only $50.
Only.
About $50. About $40 with the exchange rate, and these are $20. So this, where's the 5,000? Yeah, can you keep the picture up? Where's the 5,000? Yeah, where is that? Is that in our neighborhood or somewhere else?
これ
This one, yeah, 5,000 yen. The left. Doko kana?
これ、
I took.
イエス
Oh,
ない。
okay. So this one, I'm not sure, but the other one in the middle is in our neighborhood store. So we bought one.
そう、2000円のスイカ買ったね。
How was it though?
美味しかった、美味しかったね。
買いましたね。
うん。
It was good. It was better than the regular one. It was a lot better, but I don't know if it was 2,000 yen better. So Kuni, how about you said in Japan fruits are, I think my image has always been expensive, but you said not so much. What do you think? You said about fruit. じゃあKuniの子供
はもっと安かったと思ってるんだけど
Let me
ね。
finish my question. 子供時はおいくらぐらい果物ね。同じ
スイカ多分1000円ぐらいで売ってたと思う。
Okay, so Kuni is saying that the highest price that she saw when she was a kid was about 1,000 yen, which is around $10 that time. But Kuni, guess what? When I was a kid, I could get 4 watermelons for $1.
ありえないですよ。
$1, you know, $1
100円
each.
ですよ。まあ昔360
Yeah,
円。
$1 watermelon. And I could get 8 cantaloupes for $1. So melon one.
そう。
8 cantaloupes.
1ドルで
$1 each.
4個のスイカ、1ドルで8個のメロン。
Or maybe $1 each, something like that. It was really cheap, but that's from the truck.
ありえない、ありえない、ありえない。
In Fresno. So Fresno is Inaka. That's a countryside area, guys. You guys know Fresno. And it was really cheap. So, you know, Kuni, we came home. We're trying to eat healthy. But another thing I really wanted Kuni to have was Texas barbecue. So was this from the store or is this the one we made? I don't remember. I think that's what we made, right?
そうそう、これは、アメリカの独立記念日の日に、
Okay, so me and my mom and Devin made this
お
food,
家
right?
でバーベキューした
So
時
in the
の
house we made barbecue.
お肉
So
です。
I made the barbecue with my mom's help. My mom seasoned it and I smoked it all in her smoker outside. It took about 3 hours because I had to use 1 hour to kill the wasps. So wasp は何？足長バチ？足長バチ。 They have my mom had some big paper
そう、
ones.
ちょっとお庭にね、蜂が飛んでましたね。大変だったのね。
Yeah. Okay. What's the next page? Some more food.
はい。
All right. So here's grass-fed beef. Can you talk about that a
グ
little
ラス
bit?
フェッドビーフはこんなにね、手軽なね、お値段と売り場に売ってるのにびっくりしましたね。
Okay. So Kuni was surprised because many, of course, my American friends, you may know about the grass-fed beef. The price was so much lower, so Kuni was surprised because, guys, maybe you've heard of Kobe beef, but there are many other kinds of beef in Japan, Wagyu beef,
そうね。
and they're very, very expensive.
本当
Very well taken care of. The taste is different. It is good, but it's very expensive. So Kuni was surprised that this
そう
grass-fed, high-quality beef was so
そ
cheap.
う買わなかったけど食べたかったな。
And then in the middle, there's some more meats. But on the right, what's on the right, Kuni? Did you have some of that?
こっち側ね。これはスープ、ママが作ったスープ
Yeah,
です。
cow foot soup my mother made. So this is
カー
a Caribbean
牛
style.
のカリビアンスタイル。
Caribbean style soup. So何？
牛肉の足のスープです。
どうでしたか？味は？
美味しかった、美味しかった。
This was really good. My mom was mad because I ate 3 bowls. And she said, you eat too much. But Kuni, you and I, we only ate one time a day, right? We ate once a day. And then in the afternoon, we had fruits.
そうだった。
And then we had snack. But that's it. We only ate once a day or once
あ
and
あ、
a half
そう
times
そう
a day.
そうそう
So we had salad. And I had a Jamaican beer, a red stripe beer. So I was happy.
そう、マイクのママはパナマ人でね、そっち側というか、アメリカ料理じゃない、ちょっとこう、スペインより
No, Panama.
パナマより
That's
パ
why I
ナマ、そう
said
そう
Caribbean
そう、
style.
カリビアンスタイルのお料理なんですよ。
So, some of you that know me, you know my mother is from Panama. So she was making the food that she makes is a Caribbean style food, or Panamanian style food. And my mother prefers the Caribbean style, so I get a lot of that
そ
one.
う、それをね、いっぱい食べてきたね。
Yeah, so I ate a lot of it. So we had some more. What else do we have? Any more?
はい。
Okay, so here's another store with lots of different
も
vegetables.
うここはもうめちゃくちゃ興奮した。
So I think this one, guys, in the middle is the barbecue that you bought from the place, right? So
あ、
Kuni went to
こ
a
れ
mall.
はそうそうお店のバーベキューか
So
な。
this barbecue was very well made, but I have to admit that my barbecue tasted better. Sorry.
テキサス
quality
は
was-
バーベキューの国
Um,
バーベキューの
so
エリア。
Kuni's asking me if Texas is a barbecue area. I mean, yeah, Texas, Louisiana, those areas are really famous for their barbecue. But Texas this is another cultural thing, Kuni. So the barbecue is different tastes. So Hakujin to Kokujin no aji wa
そう違
chigaimasu.
う、そこが
So
ね、
black
文化が違う。
food is different. So this one would be white food. Sorry, I don't know how to say it.
本当のそうだった
So it's less spicy.
の。なるほ
It
ど。
was well made, but it didn't have enough spice for me. I thought mine was better. And when I say spicy, I don't mean hot. I mean taste.
そうそうそ
So
う。
can you translate that, or you want me to do it?
何
のこのバーベキューはこれはお店からね。
お店のやつ。
だからでも本当に私の意見は私のバーベキューはこのバーベキューよりは味は強いです。味は良かったですね。It's better because the seasoning was better. My mother did it.
そうそうだ。やっぱスパイスとかをね、たくさん使うので、こう、味がやっぱりちょっと違うんですよ、ね。
Right. So if you use spices, right, the taste is different. And so we often in our house, Kuni, we often talk about hot food and spicy food. So hot and spicy is different. Kuni can't eat hot food. She has a nekojita. 違うね。Nekojita in Japan, for some reason, they say cat's tongue. But this is for someone that can't eat hot foods. But I want to use it for spicy food. So I don't use any pepper in my food here, just black pepper and white pepper. So I use very little jalapeno or any other type of spice. But this food also it's just, I think, salt and pepper. They didn't have like very much of anything. But it was good and very expensive though. And what's the last picture on the right? I think those are melons. So it's like 69 cents a pound.
メロン、これわかります皆さん。69セントって1ドル以下ですよ。だから、多分100円ぐらい今ね。
Yeah, one of those is $1 or $2.
100円でメロン1個ですよ。もうね、ありえない。これセール品でも、もうむちゃくちゃ安いっていう。
So even in a sale, it's not going to be that low in Japan. But it was really cheap. So we had fruit every day.
そうね。毎日。
Yeah, we have fruit for breakfast or lunch even.
安いからっていうのもありますね。
Yeah, so easy.
はい。そしてこんな こんな大きい野菜売り場があり
Yeah,
ました。
so we every time we went to another store, we just took pictures of the fruits and vegetables. In Japan, you have a few stores like this, but not every store. So in America, in Texas, I mean, every store we went to, that's what it looks like.
もうね、私が特にですね、スーパーマーケット行くと写真ばっか撮ってましたね。
We took a lot of pictures. でもなぜね。
そう、珍しいし、なんか楽しいね。
So Kuni was saying that every store she went to, she was taking pictures because it was unusual to see, like every store had a huge section of vegetables and fruits.
ね。
So she was surprised because Kuni, we got to go to different stores, right? Here we have like Summit, OK Store. For me to buy the vegetables that I need for cooking, I got to go to at least 4 different stores. But Japan is also convenient because we have a nice farmers market. They come and they have a farmers market really close to my house.
日本もね、いっぱいいろんなお店がね、スーパーマーケットもここら辺も。
So Kuni is saying there's a lot of supermarkets, but they don't have like this.
そう、でもやっぱちょっとね、雰囲気が当たり前だけど違うんですよ。
Yeah, not like that. Okay, I think there's one more picture, right? Any more?
そう、もう一個あったね。そう
Okay, so here's some more
でかい感じ、売り場が。
So Kuni is saying this is the big sale stuff. You have the peppers and they have potatoes. They have like 10 kinds of potatoes. So I get sad because in Japan we usually get 2 kinds.
そうそう、じゃがいもも日本もまあ季節の時は3種類ぐらいあるけ
About
ど、
3 at the most.
もうね、ここなんかこう見ればわかるようにですね、たくさんの種類とたくさんの量でね。
Well, in Japan you have lots of rice if you go to the
ああ、
store.
そうだね。
So
日
it's
本
the
は
same
お米
thing.
がいっぱいあるから。
Right. So that's the same thing because different potatoes are better for different things. And then of
お
course
料
there's
理によっ
meat.
てじゃがいもの種類を変えるのがね。
Right, because Kuni here so Kuni is saying the different kinds of cooking you need different kinds of ingredients. But Kuni, for here I made you mashed potatoes, sometimes baked potatoes, boiled potatoes, roasted potatoes. But actually in America I would use different kinds of potatoes to do that, and it would come out better. But we don't have them, so I just use what we have.
Okay.
Is that all the pictures?
Hi.
All right, let's take a look if there's any more any other comments from our friends. Can we go back to the comment screen and see anybody else? No, anybody else here? Just Saka-san.
あ、どこのスイカですか？ウォーターメロンはテキサスのスーパーマーケッ
Yeah,
トね。
so she's asking us where is
あ、違
the
う。
watermelon from?
さっ
It's
きの日本
from
のかな？日本のは1000円、5000円のやつは熊本だったかもしれない。
Okay, let me finish. So what we thought she asked is where is the watermelon from, but it's she is actually asking where is it in
そうそう、
Japan.
日本のだと思う。
So
5000円が熊本で、2000円はどこだっけ？
I took the picture. So the 5,000 yen, which is about $50 watermelon, was in Kumamoto, Kuni-san, which is the south.
中さんリーブス熊本。
Okay, so the 5,000 yen, which is around $50 watermelon, is from Kumamoto, which is the southern part of Japan, and that's where Naka-san lives. So I guess Kuni took a picture down there, or somebody gave us one. The 2,000 yen, which is around $20, is from the store near our house that we bought it from. Yeah.
そうですね。
She has another question, right? Is that it? That's the only.
終わり。
Okay. So yeah, thank you very much. I think we're just about out of time, Kuni.
本当だね。Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. We didn't play any music today, so I guess we'll
あ、
do that
本
next
当
time.
だ。Next time ね。
Next time, ongaku ne. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and people who are joining us on people who are joining us on YouTube. Hello. Oh, Nishiwaki-san.
西脇さん、Thank you for listening. じゃない、Thank you for watching.
For watching.
はい。
Okay, thank you guys, and see you next time.
Hi.
Good night.
Thank you for listening.
Bye bye.
バイバイ、ありがとうございました。また来月。また来月。
Kyushu people.
また来月。